Hi, I'm Yushi.
I'm Mariko.
I'm Dylan. Thanks for tuning in.
We're about to watch Master Okawa's lecture entitled How to Increase Your Immunity, Part 2.
In fact, infections have a close relation to fear. Before the virus comes and possesses the body and begins to weaken it, before it comes, there is a feeling of fear towards the infection. Whether it's the flu or the coronavirus or another infectious disease, the fear spreads first. And you have to watch out because being scared attracts the thing you are scared of. So about fear. Fear is a very strong aspect of hell. Evil spirits, devils, and ghosts can possess people. And make them sick, or cause accidents, and make people die. It often begins with fear. When that person becomes afraid, that becomes an opening for them to enter. They can open your door and come in. This is very common. So we really need to combat this. There is a lot of fear in hell, but in heaven there is almost no fear. Everyone in heaven is living relaxed and comfortable. So if you have too many worries, or you think too much about bad things, or you are the kind of person who has studied too much in detail, or you are afraid of making mistakes, like doing something wrong in routine work, or if you're a researcher who obsesses too much over the details, you must be careful because for evil spirits, it is easy to possess people with many worries and strong fears.
Wow, we just watched Master Okawa's lecture clip, and I was so surprised by some of his teachings. In one sense, the teaching about paying attention to detail and the researchers and academics who are always searching for the small points, this invites a kind of sense of worry. And Master said, worries and fear attract the illness. And he even mentioned coronavirus. So it always ends up in this way of illness coming after the fear. This is what he said.
Yeah, I feel like when Master said, like, fear opens the door to these things to come in, that means, in other words, we have the power to keep it shut. You know, so it's very empowering to know these things, which will keep us immune to, you know, any virus, not just coronavirus, but any kind of virus or illness or accidents. Yeah, keeping ourselves away from too much information, like watching way too much news will make us super worried. And then also analyzing the counts every single day, you know, that will also make us scared, opening the door. You know, heaven is a place that has no worries, super relaxed and comfortable. So he tells us how we can, you know, be free from it, or basically repel it, just by staying comfortable, or have a peaceful mind. Well, maybe the coronavirus will pass right by us.
That's true. You know, as you know my personality, I'm like a be positive kind of guy. So like I've been thinking how I was able to keep this kind of positivity up. But when I went through introspection, I found out there was one teaching that Master has taught us in the past that's been like residing deep in my heart, which is a person cannot think of two things at once. Right? So like you can't think of negative thing and a positive thing at the same time. You can't be you can't be emotionally sad and be like smiling. Right? Or you can't be super joyful but also be angry at the same time. So it's like that's actually been stuck in my heart for such a long time. But every time I feel something that I'm about to get negative, I just switch what I think. And I think like what combats fear, the the best weapon that Master Okawa, has given us is faith. It's like if you have faith, there's no room of fear like creeping in. It's like I'm protected, that feeling. So again, I'm really grateful for his wisdom and the faith that he's giving us.
Yeah, and like it's a blessing that we can only think of one thing at one time.
Oh God, yes.
So it's like, what is the opposite of fear? It's reassuredness, which is faith, basically, right? You're
That's
so
true.
sure of something, and that will dispel any kind of worries at that moment.
And in the past, Master has talked about in heaven, the dimensional barriers are made of peace of mind. And the higher your peace of mind, the higher level you inhabit in the spiritual world. So this goes to reaffirm his teachings about inner peace and serenity. And it's all based on faith. When our faith is stronger, then we have that trust in God, in a higher power. And we can just let our worries go because we know things are going to be better. Things are going to be good for us. So these teachings all work together to build this inner peace for us. And that's so amazing.
Yeah, and I also think it's not really about trying to make people feel better, right? It's not like we're trying to just say it so we feel better. But actually, feeling better about the situation gives it power. Therefore, we are creating a new future by believing in a new future. So it's not just like a just for now, like, yeah, let's stay hopeful. But actually, if you are hopeful, we will have a hopeful future, period.
And I can place myself in the shoes of the people who will watch this and will be like, oh, they're just saying like these kind of like technical things, and like it's just a technique that they're feeling happy, but they're not seeing reality. I can feel that because I used to have that kind of mindset too. But it changed once I really experienced the benefit of believing. And I think personally, the paradox of faith is you can't academically get there. But we're so trained in this 21st century that everything is like an academic process to find out the truth. But it's actually not. You just have to dive in, feel the light that you can feel at Happy Science temples or you can feel from the sutra, and little by little it melted away that doubting Thomas inside of myself, and then I was finally able to believe. And when I believed, I was like, that's what they all meant from all long ago. For over thousands of years, humanity has been seeing the beauty of faith, but it's so real.
Yeah, so many miracles are not explainable through science, through medicine.
That's why it's a miracle.
Yes.
Right.
And so, like, in this occasion right now, I think a lot of people are awakening to like, wait, why is this happening? Is this a biblical thing? There are many cases of this kind of prediction, and Master's been making them for a very long time. So in that sense, yes, it's scary in a way where it's like, wait, now? This is happening now?
True.
But at the same time, it also, Master is here as the savior in order to stop it. So that's the very reason why he came to this earth. That's why I can have hope.
Totally.
By him being born is just victory in itself. We don't have an option except victory.
Thanks for tuning in. Let us watch the next video clip.